Hey everyone, welcome back to the Cap and Trade Show. This is the NFL Salary Cap Explained series, episode 14. We're going to talk about rookie contracts and how they're calculated. Let's dig in. Okay, welcome back to the Cap and Trade Show. This is episode 14 of the NFL Salary Cap Explained series. Today we're going to talk about rookie contracts and how they're calculated. It's a very basic formula. It's not too difficult. We're going to kind of break through how everything is figured out, calculated. I'm going to show you a few NFL documents that the teams will reference when they're getting their initial rookie pools together. So like we always do, let's jump over into the slideshow. But before we do that, make sure you hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. That way it helps out the channel, helps me out to continue making these great videos for you. So let's jump over to the slideshow. Rookie contracts. The thing to know about it is the signing bonus is predetermined. So this will be a fixed amount generated between the NFLPA and the NFL Management Council. I'm not going to go into the full calculation of the signing bonus and how the rookie pool allocations work. I just want to break down the rookie contract itself and how that's calculated. So we always reference Article 7, Section 3 for rookie contracts. The signing bonus is fixed, like we talked about. That's the predetermined number, and that's the number we need to be able to work out the rest of the contract value. As part of the rookie contracts, they cannot increase more than 25% in value from year one to year two. And we'll go into the details of that, but that is the real key figure here, is it is a 25% maximum increase from year one to year two. That is going to help us really determine out the value between year one and year two, and then go from there, build out the 4-year contract. So let's take a look at an example. Okay, so this is an example here. We're going to take a look at how a player contract is calculated out. So we're looking at Bo Nix. On the left, this is the Management Council document that is submitted out to all the teams after the draft is over. It breaks down their rookie pool allocation amounts and the year one allocation amount for each player that they have drafted. The year one allocation is the maximum value for so it's their salary cap charge for the maximum allocation for that specific player. You'll also see the sum total rookie allocation. That is the year one rookie pool total amount that the teams will spend. So now that we know these numbers, we can kind of go down and kind of back into the contract itself. So we know the salary cap charge for Bo Nix is $3.384 million, $3,384,212. Now we know the base salary for rookie contracts is always going to be a zero credited season amount. In 2024, that amount was $795,000. So we do the math, take $795,000 out of the cap number. That gives us $2,589,212. That is the prorated amount from the signing bonus. We take that number, multiply by 4. Now we know our signing bonus amount. That's the key number that we need to know about. So from there, we can keep building out on how this contract is calculated out. So now we know the year one cap number, $3.384 million. Multiply that by 25%. That gives you the cap number for year two. Then you can back out the prorated bonus. Now you know the salary for that year. Bo Nix is a first-round player, so he had guaranteed salaries in all 4 years of his contract. But what I want you to take away from this is the 25% increase, like I talked about a couple of slides ago. That's your increase. So now we know $846,053 is the year-over-year increase for the salary cap charge. So if you add those numbers out, salary cap for year one, $3.384 million, add it in the $846,000, you get your next year cap number. Add in $846,000, you got your following year cap number, and so into the fourth year. Then you can back out the prorated money because we already calculated that out, and now you know your base salaries for each year of the contract. So it's really just kind of backing into it to get your final numbers across the whole salary, across the whole rookie contract. So additional things to know each draft slot has a minimum and maximum allocation. Notice it's the slot value. So some of the breaking points for rookie contract negotiations. For the first round draft picks this past season in the 2024 draft is trying to get a full 100% guaranteed contract. That made its way all the way to the end of the first round, the 32nd pick overall. So now in the 2025 draft coming up, that is going to probably be pushed into the second round, and that's going to be a big trigger point for player agents to see how far into the draft, into the second round, they can push that 100% fully guaranteed contract. I expect it'll go to probably slot 32, maybe slot 34. Slot 33 or slot 34, which is the first and second round picks of the second round. I don't know that it'll go much farther than that, but that'll be a big negotiating point for those contracts. Next point of contention is 100% of the slot value. Like we talked about, there's a minimum and a maximum value. Players going all the way into the third round are going to get 100% of their slot value. This past draft, that stopped at the 37th slot of the third round. Any player after that, then it started going down to 99%, 98% of the maximum value of the slot value. And then once you get into the fourth round, those players, fourth round and beyond, are all getting the minimum slot value. So all their base salaries are the minimum value based on credited seasons. We already know what the signing bonus is going to be, so they're at the very minimum of their slot value. So those players at the top of the fourth round are really negotiating, trying to get additional salary in the last year of their contract, whether it's additional salary or maybe a workout bonus, something like that, to kind of push that value above the minimum slot value. So this is a document that is circulated out to the agents during the draft as players are signing. And this is what's called the draft signal. So when you're seeing on Twitter and social media, and you're seeing the insiders and the national folks saying Bo Nix has signed his rookie contract, it's going to be for $18,613,366. They're pulling it from this document. That's what they're doing. They're looking at this document. So I know it's tough to read. It's very fine print. I highlighted the Bo Nix section. But we see here the notes. He's got skill cap and injury guarantees 24 through 27. So all 4 years of the contract are fully guaranteed. We can break it down. You'll see the signing bonus, which is, I'm even having trouble reading it, $10.5 million. He's got training camp roster bonuses in 2025, 26, and 27. So that's another negotiating point for first-round picks, is trying to get those roster bonuses and during training camp. What that does is it gives the player money earlier. In this case, in 2025, this upcoming season, he's going to get a $681,000 roster bonus, a lump sum payment during training camp in July, versus having to wait for that money to come through as part of his base salary weekly payments during the season. So I just wanted to give you a look at what the document looks like and what agents and everybody is referring to. If you go to further pages down the way, there'll be historical values on there. They'll be showing like what the previous year, that draft slot, what was their signed value and percentage of slot value and things like that. So the agents have something to negotiate against to try to improve things for the players. So that is rookie contracts and how they are calculated. Like I said, we have a lot of the numbers to begin with. Once we get that initial signing bonus and we use the year zero credited season base salary amount, and then we can kind of back into the signing bonus amount, then we can back into the 25% increase year over year, and from there back into the base salary numbers for the rest of the years of the contract. So once you have that initial year one rookie allocation number, then you can kind of figure out the rest of the contract from there. It's not really negotiated too hard. Some of the third round draft picks, their third and fourth year salaries are a little more negotiable because, like we talked about, those players are trying to get 100% of their slot values, and teams are trying to negotiate against that. But majority of the contracts is pretty well set forth. There are negotiating points beyond what we talked about today, whether it's offsets on the guaranteed salaries, roster bonuses, workout bonuses, things like that. Details in any suspensions and forfeiture, things like that. That can be part of the rookie contract, but it's a pretty tight negotiation landscape in terms of rookie contracts. But what I really wanted you to be able to take away from this is how it's calculated. What the teams are given their year one rookie allocation, and from there we can just back into it and fill out the rest of the contract based on that year one rookie allocation and go from there. So, hope you learned a lot. Rookie contracts can be simple yet confusing, but not too bad. But before you take off, make sure you hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. It really helps out the channel. And until then, we will see you at the next episode. This has been episode 14 of the NFL Salary Cap Explained series. We'll see you next time.